TBR Solutions Sports Forum is back again. It's myself, the Saubrey Boyz Waleftshe, together with Tshepang Last Born. Last Born, welcome to the show.
Yes, afternoon, Mr. Shabalala, and to the viewers out there.
Yeah, earlier we were talking about recession. The economy has come to a standstill throughout the world, including football. That is why we don't see so much transfers. Any news that you have around the issue of transfers? What's happening?
Yeah, we can see that it's happening in terms of that since the window is open. We discovered even yesterday that the boy Evidence Mahopa from Baroka FC will be joining Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates managed to sign the youngster. He's also a Bafana international as well. So that's good news. Yeah, we've seen that. We see that Bongani Zungu also, he's still around South Africa. Just wondering what will happen to him if he's really going to Chiefs, if that's the case, in terms of that signing. But with a lot of rumors and speculations going on around him, and with him saying that the Soweto Derby isn't much of a big deal for him, He has played in much bigger games than that. When he was asked the question if he's excited to be part of the Soweto Derby, and that was his answer. But maybe it's just mind games. We don't know, but we're watching his news closely. We're just waiting to hear and to see what will happen. And we also do know that he recently just got a child. So maybe he's deciding to stay this side and, just be stable and back in South Africa. But we'll see what happens as time goes, because there's still a lot of time regarding that.
But the rumor says Sundowns is on him. I saw on social media, I think that Rulani Mukwena was, seems to be flirting with him, Bongani Zungu. And you know what? If he joins Sundowns, that'll be a very big disappointment for Kaizer Chiefs. All right. Because he has been saying he wants to join Chiefs. So I don't know. It worries if really he will go back to Sundowns. But you know that Sundowns are not afraid to sign a check. Although Kaizer Jr. said now this time they're going to challenge. They're not going to be like BP boys all the time. So yeah, and then other news that you have?
Yes. So even internationally, we've seen that Sadio Mane, apparently they have reached an agreement with Bayern Munich in terms of the sale of Sadio.
Yeah, I see. And then you also have what you call the issue of internet there. So while you are still connecting, yes, Sadio Mane, it is said they have reached a personal agreement with Bayern Munich. He's definitely insisted that he wants to leave. He wants to leave Liverpool. I don't know what's happening. I don't know whether it is a question of Liverpool. Sometimes they have to take a blame because, I read something that says Oxlade-Chamberlain was any more than Sadio Mane. And Oxlade-Chamberlain is on the bench most of the time. So for me, it was a disaster. And I saw Carragher said Sadio Mane is his favorite player. In fact, he said Sadio Mane he says he raised Sadio Mane ahead of Mo Salah. So I don't know. So probably they made a mistake. I don't know. But you know that Liverpool has signed to Nunes from Porto. And you know how Liverpool, when they sign quality players. So yeah, I don't know what's your take as far as that is concerned.
Yeah, I mean, I always say that I believe in Sadio Mane over Salah. I did say it's a huge blow for Liverpool to lose Mane than Salah, because of the work rate of Sadio Mane and Salah. Two, the work rates are very different. Two different footballers, but I highly rate Mane over Salah. Reason being, with Salah as well, chances are for him to leave the club are actually high. He can leave the club at any given time because of with Salah as well. He knows that he's in demand and he can actually leave the club at any time. But with Mane, I feel like Liverpool was supposed to give him a better contract and keep him, because that's one player that's been this during the tough times, even when he joined Liverpool until now. So with Salah, it's more about money, I think, and him wanting to join Real Madrid as well. I think that's his dream, to actually join Real Madrid, you know. But I feel like they were supposed to keep Sadio Mane. They were supposed to do something and to keep him, but he didn't feel appreciated. That's what he even said, he felt like the club let him down. But I mean, it is what it is. The decision was taken. So yeah, that's what's going on with the money issue. But as well as we've seen that Man City, since Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal are signing, Chelsea is also signing, but Man United, there was a question mark. A point was raised yesterday that they are the only team that hasn't made an official signing yet, and a big name. They haven't brought any big name into the club yet. What's happening with them? They are too quiet within this window, and a lot of players are being taken, are being snatched. So what's the problem with them? Because they do know that they have to sign players and they need to revive the club as well. So they are too quiet, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just waiting on the Frankie de Jong issue to sort itself out, but they are taking too long. I think they should also weigh in other options as well. They need to sign players.
Yeah, Man United, I mean, they also lose Pogba for free. And Pogba said, I want to show them, they'll regret for the decision for not, offering me a contract. Pogba was questioning, if you say you want me to make a decision, but you don't offer me a contract, so how do you expect me to react? And we understand that Pogba is contemplating of going back to Juventus. So yeah, like I said, I don't know whether it's a question of money or this recession that we are talking about, because in essence, Man United, remember, they are not going to play in the Champions League now, which might also affect them big time. So I don't know what's your take about that. And then as far as Man City, we know that they've signed Erling Haaland, which is a big signing. Like I said earlier on when we talked, not too many teams are signing and so on. And over and above that, Man United has lost a lot of players, your Jason Lingard and all that. Are they going to be replaced, or it's a question of tightening the balls since they're going to play in the UEFA instead of the UEFA Champions League? All right. So yeah, I don't know what's your take. And then the other news that probably you can talk about is the one of Romelu Lukaku of Chelsea. Tshepang, the Romelu Lukaku story.
Yes. To start off with, I just wanted to touch base on the Pogba issue. With Pogba, he released a documentary right this week of himself, his history and past and stuff like that. Yes, he did talk about the Man United issue that I remember even last season, they did say that they're preparing a contract for Pogba and they want to keep him, but a contract was never brought forward. And that's what he spoke about, that it seemed like he was not appreciated and he was not taken serious because he wanted to commit to the club and sign a lifetime contract with the club, But Man United didn't actually fulfill their promise and commitment. That's why he felt like he's not appreciated, and he started to look for options elsewhere. And that is when he decided to leave the club. So that's what happened. I mean, yeah, if I was him, I was going to react the same way, you know, because of he was actually waiting for the club to do the right thing, and they said they would, but they didn't fulfill their promise. But yeah, it's something which happened, but and it's just unfortunate. But Romelu Lukaku as well.
Yeah, I see again. You have freezed again. Roman Lukaku, and then we know that Inter are looking for him. They've put a bid of 5 million US dollars plus add on. I think it's about 2 something. And then, but it's like Chelsea want more, but the discussion are going on. So, and then I'm sure Lukaku would definitely want to go back to Italy. The last few months, he was not happy at Chelsea. So that is why there were difficulties. Yeah, I was just finishing up that one of Roman Lukaku. Yeah, so you know what, I want to talk about this. David Levy, the guy at Spurs. You know, that guy is very stingy. He doesn't win trophies. But when it comes to budget, balance sheet, he's solid. He buys cheap and sell expensive. Now we understand he's preparing 77 million for Lurata Martinez. So what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, I think the top three clubs that gains a lot of revenue in the Premier League. You know, I don't know how they do that, but that club which manages to make money, but they don't win any trophies. You know, they've got a good budget,
No,
to be
no,
honest.
sorry.
And with Lautaro Martinez,
Sorry to cut you short. Levy strategy is very simple. He buys cheap, he sells expensive.
yeah,
And that guy, when he sells, he doesn't budge. He wants that price. Ask many players, your Bay, all the players that he sold, made it a point that he gets exactly what he wants. And remember, he has built a stadium already, eh?
yes, true.
So, yeah, that on its own shows how strong the balance sheet is. All right. Yes, Tshepang.
Yeah, yes, on that point as well, with Lautaro Martinez joining Tottenham, that would be a good signing. I mean, Antonio Conte is there. He favors the boy very well. He had played closely with the boy very well. I see Tottenham forming a strong squad this season, you know, with the signings that they're getting, and they've got a good coach, you know. My only worry is Harry Kane has he committed to stay with the club. With the club, will he not leave the club? I mean, he's a player that wants trophies. Did say he wants trophies. He wants to win trophies. So I don't know what's happening with the Harry Kane issue. It's also quiet as well. If he's staying with the club or he wants to leave, but Tottenham currently they're forming a very strong squad. Lautaro Martinez is a good addition to the team. Imagine Lautaro Martinez being there, Son there as well, Harry Kane there. Yeah, that would be a good squad, you know. And they've got a good coach to actually manage the whole that whole squad.
Remember, Conte worked with him, so there's nothing lost. And it's not 77 million US dollars, it's 77 million pounds, which shows that this guy is loaded, which is David Levy. So I don't know what's your take about that one. It shows that he's doing well, David Levy. And for me, you know, Tottenham Hotspur, they will continue to do business. You know, Jomo, I think, has structured his team along those lines. I don't know whether you agree or disagree with me, because his strategy is just to groom players and sell. But the good thing about David Levy as compared to Jomo he still maintained the Premier League status. All right. So I think Jomo now is at ABC, although he argues that it's not going to affect him, but I doubt. I doubt who wants to play for ABC Muzibe. You know, because sometimes what attracts players is which team are they going to play for. All right. So yeah, I don't know what's your take.
Yeah, I mean, but with Jomo as well, I remember you did raise it even last time that with Jomo as well is it's more of a business. It's with him. It's more business, you know, and talent as well. You know, bringing in the freshest talent in the country. You know, I don't think Jomo's got anything to lose because of him himself. He is a big name. He has created a big brand for himself, and I don't think he loses any money, to be honest, because of some sponsorships that he has. I mean, the likes of Puma, those are lifetime sponsorship deals that he has with them. You know, I don't think he's losing anything when it comes to that. Maybe even with other sponsors as well, because of those sponsorship deals, he managed to get them through what? Through his brand, through Jomo Sono. Everyone wants to be associated with Jomo Sono. Even players, even if he plays in the Motsipe League, but if Jomo wants a certain player that he wants to bring up and nurture the talent, I don't think any player would mind to actually jump on that opportunity and be part and of the structure because they know that they are in good hands with Jomo.
There it goes again. While you're still there, uh, Adrian Rabiot, the Juventus utility midfielder, apparently he's on the list of the people to be transferred. I don't know what to say about this young man. He used to be a brilliant player. At some point, he wanted to play for Barcelona, and I was rooting that he should come to Barcelona because he looks like a talent. Although we hear that his mom, we know just like Mbappe, his mom is his agent, and now they said the mom interferes a lot. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. Now, if Juventus is putting him on the sale, who's going to have him? That's the next question. And now we know that Florentina Perez is in direct negotiation with Fiorentina, which is a team, is in direct negotiations with Real Madrid for Luka Djokovic. Luka Djokovic, they want to have a loan deal. Luka Djokovic, you know, at some point he was a good player. Everybody was expecting a lot from him, but he's starting to struggle again. I don't know what's happening. Tshepang, may you come in? This one of Luka Djokovic, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the past season, he has had difficulties, you know. He started having fire within his first season, but I think it was him being predictable. Teams could see how predictable he is, and they managed to you know to just settle him down and manage him well. You know, he was too much of a predictable player because of he brought in some style which is different, which players were, I could say, teams. Let me say teams um, found found it difficult, you know, to actually manage him and try and stop him. But they found a way, which made things difficult for Nukovic as well, you know. So he started being a predictable player. We know when he has the ball what he has to do. So things were a bit difficult for him. But I'm sure him going to Royal AM, maybe things might change, you know. Maybe it's the environment as well. We can never know. Things change, and the mentality maybe started changing at Kaiser Chiefs as well. Um, maybe of certain things, but he's still a good player. We know that he is. He's a very dangerous player as well. So yeah, but we'll just see what happens with him at Royal AM.
No, it's fine. I was not talking about Nukovic, but nevertheless, you have already discussed that. I was talking about Luka Djokovic. for the one for Real Madrid. But it's fine. I was talking about that one. The one who plays for Real Madrid.
Yes. Yeah, we see that he's also leaving Real Madrid, right?
Pardon?
Yeah, he's also leaving Real Madrid for Tottenham, right?
No. Fiorentina is negotiating for a loan deal for him.
Yes, I think
but for me,
Tottenham as well is a signature for him.
As that, I don't think he's a good player. I watched him, was not impressed. The way they spoke about him. We are aware that Paris Saint-Germain, they are about to sign Vitina, all right? And then we know that Man United at some point spoke about, but Man United has denied that they were interested in him. It's a little bit worrying that Man United is not making any approach. What's your take? What could be the reason?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, well, personally, I don't know. Maybe you might shed light in this matter. I'm just failing to understand that part as well.
But maybe it's a question of, remember, they've lost a lot of money, all right? During the time of, what's his name? Solskjaer. They bought all the players that he wants. On top of that, Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, let's analyze. What did Cristiano Ronaldo bring on top of that?
Yeah. Okay, but look at his statistics from last season, you know?
Pardon?
And we should look at his stats from last season. I mean, scored 20 plus goals in a season. We know that that's what he does. That's what he delivers. That's what he gives this approach. Personally, the big signing, he was even the best player of the season for Man United.
For Man United. Yeah.
Yes, for Man United. Well, I was gonna give it to De Gea. Okay, Ronaldo won it. It's fine. It was either the two. They both did a good job in saving Man United. If that man was not there and scoring all those goals, we could have been talking a different story, you know. Right now, they would have been way down there, you know. But I mean, he gave us. I would say because I'm a Man United fan, but he gave Manchester United something to hold on to. He actually fought, you know, to keep the team together. Yes, the one Sancho, they brought in Sancho as well. It's a lot of money, you know. He only had influence later on the season when the season came to an end. But it was a worrying fact of Man United. Yes, they brought in Varane as well, but the back line of the team was a problem last season. They conceded a goals, which is very disappointing. I think the problem was at the back more than up front. Up front, they had someone or people who are doing a good job, but the back line seemed.
Okay. You know what? Let's move on. Remember, the World Cup is coming. I just want to share with you that, you know, to date, the US World Cup on record is the mostly attended World Cup that took place in 1994. People who attended there out of 52 games were 3.6 million. All right. And then followed by Brazil in 2014, which is quite good for Brazil. You know, Brazil is one of those poor nations. They've done 3.4 million out of 64 games, all right? And then Germany have done, they're the third on 3.4 out of 64 games in 2006. And 2010, you know, South Africa has raised the flag of Africa. We are at 3.2 million out of 64 games. This is good. This is good for us. Job well done by the leadership in 2010. Well, the president then was President JZ, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken? And then you had Dr. Jordan as the organizing committee, Dr. Ivan Koza as the chairperson, Mulifi Olifant as the president of SAFA. Those people need to be commended. We saw that Desmond Tutu also played, the late Desmond Tutu played a role, Dr. Nelson Mandela. So, that was leadership in action in 2010. So, yeah, I don't know. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, these are good for us being here, but we all know that even the former president of FIFA, Sepp Blatter,
Yeah.
when we were done hosting the tournament, he did say that this was one of the best World Cups that were ever hosted, in the world. And he actually gave us a 9 out of 10. So yeah, I mean, personally, that was one of the best experiences of our lives, to be honest.
No, but numbers don't lie. The best is still the US out of 52 games. But some people are arguing, they said they played less game. Maybe it's because their stadia are a little bit much bigger compared to these other country stadiums. But these are the news as far as the World Cup is concerned. We are heading for World Cup. And then what's your take? Who do you think is going to take it? Now, these are the group stages. Let's see. Group A, can you see that? You want to talk about Group A? What's your take? What are your analysis?
Yeah, with Group A, Qatar, they're the host of the competition, so it's a tricky group for them. I mean, Senegal is here, Netherlands is here as well. So I rate those two as the favorites to actually top up the group, It's not going to be easy for the host, Qatar. I've seen them play, but I don't see them getting out of this group, eh? It's good that they're hosting the World Cup, and them being the host, but I don't see them actually leaving the group. Maybe it will be a good experience for them. First time ever being in a World Cup, so it will be a good experience for them as a country.
Go to Group B. What's your take?
Group B, I'm with England first, but the USA and Wales. I think between the two, one of them will be leaving the group. But England can stay in the group. But between Wales and USA, one of them won't make it.
Okay. What about Iran? Iran won't make it. That's what you're saying.
No.
All right. Group C, who are your favorite? It's very tough. It's very tough, Group C.
Argentina first, yes. Saudi Arabia as well. I think they're part of the hosts, right, of the World Cup with Qatar, if I'm not mistaken. But um, Argentina first, yes. Mexico and Poland, tough one. It's a tough one. One of them might not actually make it. But Saudi Arabia, yeah, I've seen them play. First time playing the World Cup. It's a good experience for them, but I don't think they'll survive. But between Mexico and Poland, one of them will actually stay behind.
Group D?
France first, defending champions, they might come out of the group. But we all know, I mean, the defending champions of the World Cup, we all saw what happened over the past 8 years, I could say, Spain not making it out of the group, and they were the defending champions in 2014. Germany as well, not making it out of the group. They were the champions in the 2014 World Cup. So now it's France, 2018 World Cup winners. Group D, okay, huge possibility. They might
Group E, you say Spain and Germany.
Yeah, Group E for me, but there's Japan. It's not Group E is a bit difficult, to be honest. Costa Rica is also good. But I'll put Spain first. Germany is still struggling. Yeah, they're not where they're supposed to be actually at the moment. It's a tough group. But I'll go with Spain and Germany for now. Yeah.
Because
I cannot understand.
you know
Japan.
the Germans never rule them out. They
Yes,
start
yes.
slow, and then once they get the momentum, they become the Germans. And then Group F,
Yeah, this is a tough one. Belgium, Morocco, Croatia. Those three will be fighting it out. Morocco is a very good country. We saw what they were doing in the AFCON, even recently now. They're a good side, to be honest. The
mm,
Moroccans are very good.
mm,
So, yeah, Belgium, I'm not convinced. Croatia, okay, they're doing well. Yeah, but it's a tough group. I can't predict this one because
mm.
of those three clubs.
And then Group G,
Brazil first, Cameroon second.
you rule out Serbia and Switzerland.
Yes.
Switzerland looks like a struggle. And then Group H,
Yeah, this is the group of uh, this is the group of death.
mm,
Uh, okay, Portugal first. They might make it out first. Ghana, Uruguay,
mm,
Korea, Republic. It's not easy. Those three, I
mm,
think they'll be
mm,
by two spots.
mm, 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 mm. So yeah, now your prediction who's gonna win the league, the World Cup?
I favor France. They're not doing well currently,
Mm-hmm.
but see Argentina going all the way. They are on form.
You see Argentina go all the way there on form.
Yeah.
I wonder whether we should use that because you may be surprised. You may be surprised. It's easy to say they may do better ahead of the rest of the guys. I want to share this one before I move to the message special. Sadio Man, I love this guy. He said, my family was so broke, all right? I could not afford a pair of boots. My mom would wash people's clothes for me to eat. When I see struggling children, I just feel like helping because I remember the past. I love this man. This man, this man is close to my heart. So that's why I was sharing this. So what's your take? What do you want to say about this?
Yeah, Sadio Mane last week when he landed in Senegal,
Mm-hmm,
no, 2 weeks ago, I think before the AFCON preparations,
mm-hmm,
uh, when the community came, stopped by the stadium after the game,
mm-hmm,
and he was just talking to them, a video that just circulated, giving some of the local guys his soccer boots. He
mm-hmm,
gave one of the guys in the neighborhood his watch. Apparently, it's a Tiger watch. You know how expensive that watch is.
mm-hmm,
And yeah, just giving them jewelry as well.
mm-hmm,
There was a video just taking of his jewelry, giving the
mm-hmm.
community soccer boot, give them a lot of things. So he
Mm,
just wants to give back. He knows he's got a lot of money. And I
mm,
think that as a human being,
mm, mm,
I think he understands the importance of money and that even when he dies and he leaves the earth, that money will always be there. So rather he shares it with people and just keep spreading that the love and trying to uplift and build his country as well.
Tshepang, why money is called currency does not last. It evaporates quickly. I'll give you a typical example. Remember Eboe, who used to play for Arsenal. The rumor went that he finally became a hobo. Imagine Eboe, he played for Arsenal for many years. He went to Turkey, all right? So he has always been overseas. Now, from there, if that is true, to be a hobo, it's something else. So I hope Sadio has got a lot of good advisors, all right? Because you may think that there is a lot of money, but that is why it is called currency, because it evaporates. Did you get a point? So that's one thing I wanted to make you aware of and say it may look like a lot of money now, but yeah, we may find ourselves in a situation whereby we talk a different story. So I hope he's looking after his somebody is giving him a good advice on finance, because money is something else. Money is something else. You don't just I'm not saying he's careless. I like what he's doing, but I hope somebody's giving him advice. I'm not saying you must be rich, all right? That's not all I'm saying. I'm saying you need to be very, very careful when you deal with money. So, yeah, do you want to say something before I go to the usual story? You know what is the usual story, the Messi special?
Yes, no, we can move on to the next question. It's okay.
Today, we are not going to have much. I just want to show you this. This group of mine, I don't get news anymore. They say a Finnish Messi is far better than world-class Ronaldo. Out of 11 games in 2022, out of 22 games, he scored 11 goals and assisted 12. Ronaldo scored 12 and assisted 1 in 23 games, Messi in 22 games. That's 2022 statistics. Numbers don't lie, all right? So what's your take?
I've used the stats but it can't be the whole season. Yeah, but when it comes to assists, we know that Messi is number one. Ronaldo cannot assist, definitely. It comes to being involved in the play, the gameplay of the team as well. He creates less chances for a team than Messi. You know, Messi creates more chances and scores goals as well. So that's the difference between the two. One can create and score, the other just wants to score. So, I mean, uh, as I said before, that this was one of the best seasons of Messi in terms of assists, you know, and chances created. His numbers were very high when it comes to that department than him scoring goals, which is actually brilliant for the coach doing what he's doing, you know, creating such chances. Other people are supposed to do that for him, but he's the one that's doing all of that and carrying teams, you know. So it's actually incredible to witness that.
Last one, thank you very much. Hey, we have grown up, man. Just watch the numbers. It's growing gradually, gradually. Thanks to all the people who subscribe and continue to subscribe, continue to like. Let's hear your comment. Last one, thank you very much. Bid the viewers farewell.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shabalala. And the numbers are doing good. The show is doing well, and you know, introducing the likes of Shakes as well into the show. It also added value and a lot of experience as well. And to our members as well in the group, in our WhatsApp group, they give us so much knowledge and news that we aren't unaware of, and you know, but they're actually doing well. They are creating a huge awareness for us, you know, by giving us all that we need in order to carry the show.
They're an exciting group, I can tell you. You enjoy to be in that group. I wish people would see what's happening there. We are just a WhatsApp group. I wish they were on Facebook. I've been trying to convince them so that the people can see what they share there. Very interesting. Thank you very much, and then much appreciated. Hi, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Waleftshe from the Big R, or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things: lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problems. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people, they don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what we do, we try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are least taxed, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.